Hey, Star Wars fans, welcome back. And some exciting news just broke. A new Star Wars game is coming out called Eclipse from Lucasfilm Games and Quantum Dream Studios. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you the trailer for this game. It looks very exciting, guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition Star Wars Fanatic thingy majiggy. And yes, my microphone is working. A lot of you weren't around when I was having technical difficulties doing live streams before, but here we go. All right, so today is a celebration of hitting 10,000 subscribers. I am so pleased. I am so proud. And all of you are amazing. I'm so happy for this. This is way ahead of when I thought I would hit it. I figured it wouldn't be till like March or summer even. And a shout out to everybody in here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here and celebrating this moment with me. Now, for those of you who are new, this is how it goes. I, Star Wars Fanatic, am celebrating. So with that, it doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and gab on about how much I love everybody and all that stuff. That comes later after a few of these. I'll do one every 20 minutes. I do have a timer set for my phone. Let me pull that up real quick. Yep, see? 20 minutes. I'll do a shot every 20 minutes. I've got 3 different types of rum. I'm not going to name them or show the labels or anything like that. I don't want to get in any kind of trouble or whatever. But for me to do more shots, I will do one shot in between, depending on how many donations I get. If I get 1 donation, it'll be the cheap stuff. If I get 2 donations, I'll do the less than cheap stuff. If I get 3 donations, I'll do the hard stuff. The cheap stuff being white rum, which I hate. I can't stand white rum, but this is a coconut rum, so I'm not going to be too upset about it. White rum to me, like Bacardi, is just vodka with a different label, and I don't like vodka. All right, so thank you all for the well wishes. I appreciate it, and the congratulations. And it's a congratulations to you guys too, because I couldn't have done this without you all. A lot of you have been promoting my stuff for a long time, and I really appreciate that. And if you can't tell, I've got my monitors moved to different locations. I had to do it. I have a tiny desk, so I had to do things a little different to spread out a little bit. So if you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please go on and do that. And bottoms up, my people. All right, starting the timer for number 2, 20 minutes from now. So, already a donation. And Kinsei Sensei, thank you very much. Boba for Mandalore, Han shot first. Keep up the great videos. You're right on all counts. That is awesome. Yes, spicy rum, Billy Bob. I love spice rum. I picked up some stuff in Belize when I was there, and it was just amazing. It was some Texan. Oh boy, there's another one. So it looks like we're moving up to the not as cheap stuff so far. But I picked up some rum in Belize, and I guess I can go ahead and say the name of it. It's called Big Titty Rum, sold by some Texan living in Belize, making his own rum out of a tiny little shack in a little, looked like a village that just saw World War II. But it was cool. It was really cool. It was really good rum. I brought 2 bottles of it home and still have a little bit of it, and that was 3 years ago that I was in Belize. I still have a little bit. Wow, geezer. You're wanting me to get hammered. All right, so it's going to be the good stuff, the hard stuff, at the 10-minute mark. Oof. I'm sorry, I have to limit myself to 5 shots this time. Geezer, DR, you guys remember edits? Last time I did 6. And then after I finished it, it was 10 a.m. when I did that live stream. That was stupid of me anyway. I shouldn't have done a 10 a.m. live stream with alcohol. I had to go up and do some drywall work after I was done in my bathroom. And I don't remember much other than my wife telling me, "You look like you had a good time." I don't remember anything after that. But when I did start remembering stuff, the drywall looked really good. I'm not going to lie. It's probably some of the best drywall work I've done. Let me check out some of your comments here. Phoenix, Arizona. Good to see you, Robert. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. And Geezer, glory to the Empire, buddy. I do think I have an Empire shirt on underneath my hoodie. Nope, Mandalorian. Sorry. I'll keep it covered up. Me and Star Wars Theory, favorite Star Wars content creators. I haven't watched much of Theory lately, but I haven't watched much of anybody lately. I've been really busy. I like watching Meg. She's really good to listen to without having to watch it, so I can just set it on and just listen to her, and that makes me really happy. 12K, yeah, we do. I'm down with that. Fun title for a rum. Yeah, it was good stuff, Patrick. It was really good. I mean, it's the first time I've seen my wife say, "Let's buy some rum." The guy let us try, what was it, 5 different, no, it was probably about 9 different types of it. Gave us a shot free of each of it, and we were pretty hammered walking through this little bitty village, being followed by this little Rasta dude trying to sell us weed. It was awesome. I wanted to keep him, but they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me take him on the ship with me because he was a really cool guy. I mean, he made these little bracelets out of garbage bags, and we bought one of those off of him. Bo-Katan be purified in the living waters of Mandalore's mines. I don't see how Bo-Katan would need to be purified. I think it's more of a mindset for her. The helmet removal thing, to me, that's a stupid rule made up by the Armorer and the Children of the Watch. I think Din Djarin's going to have a hard time with that. He's going to just say, "You know what, screw this. I'm not following your rules. As of right now, I'm the Mandalore, so just do as I say." What kind of series are you looking forward to in the future? Disney has obviously created The Mandalorian. What species or type of character would you like Disney to create and then create a series? I just want to get through the Kenobi series, the Bad Batch Season 2, Ahsoka, the stuff that we've already been promised that we haven't seen yet. I want to get through that stuff before I start thinking about anything else. And they need to get off the fence about whether or not the Rangers of the New Republic is going to happen. I wasn't really stoked about that idea in the first place. Not that I don't like Cara Dune. I do. I like her as a character. Don't know anything about her personally, and I really don't care. But yeah, good question. And my favorite, who's my favorite? I mean, I got to toss up between 2 favorite alien species in Star Wars, and it's a toss up between the Trandoshans and the Wookiees. Those are my favorites because of their societal views, because of the way they are in their societies. The Trandoshans being Wookiee hunters, which is badass in itself, and the Wookiees being these just overly strong guys that can rip arms off, but at the same time, they're very caring and loving. You could sit down and watch a game of football with them. As long as you're not rooting for the opposite team, you guys will be coming out bros. That's what I like about Wookiees. Except Chrysanthemum. He's my favorite because he'll rip your arms off even if you root for the same team. Let's see. Spider-Man 96 asks, what's one of my favorite Star Wars novels? You know, I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but I have to say right now, it's a toss-up between any of the Thrawn novels and Light of the Jedi. People don't want to hear about the High Republic stuff, but I'll tell you what, from the moment that the first page, it just took off. And the whole thing was just, there's so much packed into that one novel that I'm going to have to read it again and again just to get it all in. Yes, this year is going to be our year for great Star Wars content. Does LSD's Fanatic, do you really think Boba will end up as a Mandalore wielding Darksaber? Many people react negatively on this theory. Boba, yes, I do feel like that's going to be the case. That's what my theory is. That's what I'm sticking with. And I and a bunch of other people that have been with me a long time have been theorizing this for a long time, that Boba Fett is going to be the ruler. Knut the nerd, you're in here. You know that. There's no reason to bring Boba Fett back if they're not going to do something amazing with him. They could have left him die in the Sarlacc, left him there, and that'd been it. I got 2 minutes 45 seconds till the next shot, then 10 minutes after that. So they could have just left him there, and they didn't. They brought him back. And it was such a big deal that they couldn't find a right writer. They couldn't find the right director or anything until Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Robert Rodriguez came along. And everybody can say what they want about the Book of Boba Fett being a slow burn or Episode 5 being all about the Mandalorian. It isn't. It's all about Boba Fett. It's just being told through Din Djarin. Hey man, questions. Do you think Star Wars is doing better as a series by integrating some Legends lore like the holiday special with Boba Fett? Absolutely. They need to integrate more Legends stuff. Not too much. I don't want to see all this overpowered Luke Skywalker stuff or the overpowered Boba Fett who's a god and Luke's a god. I like him being human. I like taking elements of the Legends stuff, bringing it in, and making it a little bit better, tweaking it, if you would. I do like that this stuff is becoming canon, official canon. They can retcon little parts of it if they want, like they did with the Ahsoka novel, but they can also, they have to adhere to most of it. And that's one thing George Lucas had a problem with the Legends novels, was that he felt like he should override it anytime he felt necessary. And that was his right. He owned the business. And he just said, here, guys, go write fan fiction. And yeah, we'll entertain the stories. I love Boba because of you. You made me interested in it more and excited. Well, thank you. Thank you there, Star Wars 95. I appreciate that. No, Boba would not know he is the rightful owner of the Darksaber because Jango didn't know it himself. Jango was not aware that he would have been the owner of the Darksaber, because back then when the stories were written, there was no Darksaber anyway. Got my Galaxy's Edge Yub Nub mug. Getting some good use out of this thing. The damn thing was $45. It did come with drink in it too. Nice alcoholic drink. If you get a chance to go to Galaxy's Edge, do it, man. That place is amazing. Mando with a plan, you are infamous. Alrighty, here it is. Shot number 2. It's going to start getting interesting, guys. Bottoms up. Oof. Yeah, that was the good stuff, too. Hey, Fanatic, did you happen to see my comment about how every time the Darksaber has been shown in a new series, it changes hands? I believe I did. And I apologize, everybody. I know there are a lot of comments out there that I haven't got to yet, and I try to pride myself on at least reading every comment and leaving a heart by it if I enjoy it. If it's something hateful and mean, I'm not going to leave a heart by it. But everybody in here that's left comments has been super respectful. Even if you don't agree with my opinions, that's fine. I entertain that. I love it. I love it when people don't agree with me. I don't want a bunch of yes people following me around saying, you're so great, you're so wonderful, blah, 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 blah. I like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm a guy and I'm human, and I like that little ego boost, but it's not what I'm after. I'm just out to talk about Star Wars. But I'm sorry for not replying to everybody's comments. I know Blaze Cap in here, he writes some really good fan fictions. If you guys get a chance to check him out, he puts them as comments on my videos. Man, Star Wars addict, I am jealous. I went there over the summer for a week. Got to spend 2 days in Galaxy's Edge. Not 2 full days, but 2 half days. Kids were overriding me as to what we were doing, and they didn't really understand that we were only there to see Star Wars stuff. I've seen everything else. I wanted to see the Star Wars stuff. But if I can get my finances under control by this summer, the wife and I are going to be going down there for 2 days. I don't know about staying at the Galactic Cruiser, but just going down to see this, just stay in Galaxy's Edge for most of the time. Show you some cool stuff in my room. Tell you what, it'll take some finagling to get this camera off this tripod here. I will. Ooh, Andre Thompson, thank you so much. Just found your channel, and as a huge Boba Fett fan, I'm definitely picking up what you're putting down. Here's hoping for an incredible episode 6. Definitely. I want that episode 6 to be the bomb. I want it to blow the socks off of every negative person out there that said something bad about the Book of Boba Fett. I've loved every episode. There are some that I didn't like as much as others, but it didn't mean I didn't like them. Just meant they weren't my favorite. Hey, Mando with a plan. Save up for it. It's not cheap. I got lucky in being able to go. I'll just put it that way. 7 minutes till next boomer. Favorite episode of Book of Boba Fett so far? It's a toss-up between episode 2 and episode 4, I think. Episode 5 was good. I liked it. For the lore and the theory I got out of it, it was amazing. I just wish we would have seen Boba Fett at the end. That would have been the whole puncher for me right there. The good stuff's almost gone. Oh no. Like to see your Star Wars merch. Oh, I got a lot of it. If you can see back there, I got my Black Series figures in that cabinet. And let's see if I can point in the right direction. That cabinet. Got Darth Vader down there. Got my hyper reel there. The droid I built at Galaxy's Edge down there. Some Hot Toys of Boba Fett and a Mando. But the Stormtrooper's not a Hot Toys. He fits in real good, but I got him at the Disney store, actually. Din Djarin might lose the Darksaber to Cad Bane. That could be a possibility, too. That would be a... See, I'm not married to my theories being exactly the way that I say they're going to be. I just think it's going to end a certain way. But how it gets there... Ooh, excuse me, a little indigestion. How it gets there is unconsequential. But if Cad Bane were to show up and challenge Din Djarin and take Din Djarin, because we've seen Cad Bane use lightsabers before, it would make sense if Cad Bane jumps in and takes it from Din Djarin. Then Boba Fett, he's got beef with Cad Bane anyway. Tabooey, right in the head. No, I'm not drinking Widow Jane. I am drinking rum. Rum is my thing. Ever since the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie came out, I've been addicted to rum. I've drank it for a long time, but I used to be more of a bourbon person. I do have a post office. Well, I did have a post office box. I'll have to go renew it. I got rid of it because I really only got it because one guy was sending me a figure, and I had it for a year, and that's all I got from it. So I'll have to go back and renew it, which isn't a problem. A hint at Omega from the Bad Batch. See, I think they're going to hold off on Omega until at least Mandalorian Season 3. Maybe even if there's a Season 2 of the Book of Boba. I think Omega might show up in that. Being because we don't know a whole lot about her. There's still a lot of details that we're going to want to see or know about her before she shows up in live action. She's a animated first character, and if you notice all the animated characters that we've seen come to live action, their characters are pretty much fleshed out before they come to live action. So I think they're going to do that a little bit more as well. And why is my chat so small on this? I need to make it bigger. That's a little bigger. That's a little bigger. Hey, I like that. Hey, thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. Howdy, Albixbam? Albixbam? Let's see who else we got in here. Anybody else I can say hi to? Legendary Rebel, good to see you. Cosm Dean. Feels shameful to like this last episode. It's a Boba Fett story, but to be fair, Boba Fett did shine in The Mandalorian. Yes. And I think that's a lot of why we're not seeing Boba Fett just using his gadgets kicking ass, because we saw that in The Mandalorian. It was all there. And now it's time to move on to his story. It's time to move on to him as a character rather than him as a badass whooping the crap out of everybody. And to be fair, Mando got his ass whooped a lot. Quite a few times. Or at least a few times. He almost died. So, I mean, anybody that says Boba Fett's a wimp, he loses fights, look at Din Djarin. He's lost some too. Why am I racist? I don't believe I am racist. I'm down 6 shots right now. No thanks, edits. That's disturbing. Somebody call me racist. That's funny. Let's see. I mean, Boba Fighting War is better for Action Man memes. Yeah, it is for UDR. It's good for your channel, buddy. You've done really good stuff with that. John's writing turned a lot of people against Boba Fett. Hopefully he's redeemed. That's just it, Jorge. I think it's a slow build-up, and these last 2 episodes are just going to blow up. People are going to see Boba Fett. Alright, let's see. We also got Fatty. Boba Fett will lead the Mandalorians on Tatooine or Mandalore. Mandalore is pretty much glassed. It's going to take a lot of rebuilding to build those domes back up around Sundari and all those places. It's going to be rough. So I'd say it would start on Tatooine. There's already an infrastructure there, and the air is breathable. Thoughts about the Knights of the Old Republic remake? Yes. I'm pissed off I can't get a PlayStation 5 to play it on. Boba was dragged across the desert for miles and dehydrated. Of course he was going to lose. Yeah, of course. Edits, you better stop it. I'll tell your mom. You're trying to encourage bad behavior. Oh, there's the second one. Who shot first, Han or Greedo? In my opinion, it was Han. Making Greedo shoot first was a huge mistake. It changed the whole character of Han Solo. Everybody says that Star Wars is not George Lucas's Star Wars. Well, anytime somebody says this Star Wars is not George Lucas's Star Wars, I remind them that George Lucas's Star Wars included midichlorians, and it included Han Solo shooting second. Because he edited it that way and made it happen. So that was his Star Wars, and that's what he wanted you to believe as his Star Wars. So anybody that says this Star Wars is not George Lucas's Star Wars, you better believe that Greedo shot first. You better believe in midichlorians controlling the Force. It'll be years before Knights of the Old Republic comes. Yeah, it will. Yeah, and I'm hearing that even the Eclipse game is going to be... it's going to be, what, 2027 before it comes out? Oh, there it is. Let's start the next 20-minute countdown. All right, 3 down. Woof. Oh, man. Din could die at least twice. Mudhorn and Gideon blew him up. Yep. Absolutely. I'm still looking for this racist comment. I want to know more about that. Anybody see that? Anybody see? Somebody just popped in and said I'm racist and then ran away. Man, I've had enough to drink in me. There it is. Earl Street. Anybody see him anywhere else? Or her? I've had enough to drink in me. I'm ready to battle. Not to be negative or anything, but I'll be damned if I'm going to be called a racist by somebody who's never met me before. Hey, Mike, thank you. Congrats on 10K. I'm really glad I found your channel. What's your favorite Boba Fett theory? Honestly, my own theories are my favorite. I don't know. I haven't really watched anybody else's theories on Boba Fett. I like Meg's theories most of the time, except for when she starts talking about Luke Skywalker coming into the book of Boba Fett. Then I got to disagree with her. Respectfully, of course, because I'm a positive guy. She's a positive gal. And that's how people get along when, when they don't agree on everything. Typical comment of the type. Not really sure what that means. Oh, some real positive people bleeding over into this. Yeah, Boba has a personality now. I mean, originally he didn't really have that much of a personality. He was quiet. He never took his helmet off. He just did what he did, and that was it. I mean, in the Clone Wars is probably when he had the most personality. Hey, thank you, S&J Smith. I appreciate that. I got this for Christmas one year. I don't know why I'm still wearing it. It's kind of warm down here. Whew. Do I think Boba has a collection of lightsabers like in Legends? Mythos Boba. If he does, they're few. Very few. Not like in the Legends. Yeah, Meg can say that. And I respect anybody that doesn't agree with my Boba Fett being the Mandalore thing, you know, because it's not... I mean, it's not set in stone. I don't have any insiders. I'm not a clairvoyant. I've just come up with this theory. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Oh, well. I want it to happen. I'd like it to happen, but I'm not going to be heartbroken if it doesn't. They're going to come up with something amazing either way. And Meg believing that Din Djarin's the Mandalore, I get that. I mean, she's a lot younger than I am. Din Djarin's a newer character, and he's appealing to a younger audience. Boba Fett's just not appealing to a younger audience. They got 60-year-old Tamira Morrison playing him. That's just right up there with me. I'm great with that. I just want to say I loved your theory about Boba becoming Mandalore. I agree that Din is looking like a setup as a guard. We'll see. Would be so sick to see. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think Boba has to obtain the Darksaber to rule Mandalore. I think if you look at it, the Darksaber has been mentioned as the rightful piece of weaponry to rule by people who were at one time a part of Death Watch. And Death Watch was led by Vizslas, and a Vizsla created the Darksaber. So, I don't know. I mean, even down to Sabine. Her family was part of Death Watch at one time. The Armorer, Children of the Watch, obviously a derivative of Death Watch in some way. Pre-Vizsla, Paz Vizsla. I mean, everybody that said it's pretty much been a part of Death Watch. So I don't know if they need it. It might become that way eventually, or maybe they'll turn it over to Luke Skywalker or destroy it. I did one theory where I figured they'd destroy the Darksaber because of how divisive it is. Nothing wrong with being 60 at all. I'm pushing up there myself. Yeah, Tamir Morrison is great as Boba. I mean, he's in great shape for a 60-year-old dude. I hope I'm halfway as good a shape as him. I know that all these younger kids are like, he's old. Whatever. You know, when you're old, are you going to be liking it when people are saying you're old? Ooh, a lot going on there. So it looks like as of right now, it's going to be the not as cheap stuff for the next shot in 5 minutes. Unless I get another donation, then I'll finish off the expensive stuff. And it's only... Oof, I've done a lot of shots, huh? Check something real quick. Wow, moving on up. I like it. You guys are awesome. Oh, there it is. Knut. Let's see. SWT complained about Din not being like Boba in the book of Boba Fett and Boba being like Din. It's because they're in two different stages of their lives. I mean, Din Djarin, to me, seems like a recent addition to the bounty hunter game. He's still going through the guild, getting these petty little pick up and grab jobs. You haven't seen him really get many high profile jobs, if any, other than Grogu from the Empire Man, who was played by a hell of an actor. Uh-oh. Run low. That's it for the good stuff. Hey, Bobby, good to see you, buddy. You're already about 4 shots behind. Yeah, so it's not about them flipping roles or anything. It's about them being in different stages of their life. Din Djarin's still in the hero's journey, where Boba Fett's on the leader's journey and respect journey. Hey, hopefully I say this right. Bartimaeus Carbulo. Hey, just found your channel the other day. Not a Star Wars fan, but I love Mandalorians. Ignore toxic trolls, anyone calling you racist or trying to cancel you. Yeah, that's fine. I do. I've just had a couple shots in me, and I could have some words with people, especially people that don't know me. They don't know anything about my personal life, where I've been, where I've come from. So I appreciate that comment. Thank you very much. And Mandalorians is mainly what I focus on here. I've been doing this stuff for 2 years now, and it's just been great. I learn more every day too, because a lot of our people here know more about Mandalorian culture than I do, and history. I've read all the novels back in the day, but it was back in the day that I read those novels. Sometimes I have to go back and refresh. Yes, Bobby Mariani, my guy here. He has he has been supporting me like crazy. A lot of my logo work that you guys see and my banner work and stuff, a lot of that is his or directly influenced by his work. He's done a lot here, and he's been saying, for a long time that I'm going to blow up. I'm going to blow up. You're going to blow up. You're going to blow up. And even when I was doubting myself, and I was like, look, dude, I don't know what's going on. I'm doing what I can. I'm working my butt off on this channel, and nothing's happening. Bobby was there. He was there to pick me up. We had a good time, my family and I, meeting Bobby down in his home state, and that was good stuff. Hey, Bobby, sorry your team didn't make it, buddy. Mine did. New to the channel, love your work. Thank you, Keegan Byrne. I really appreciate that. Byrne, that's out of the High Republic novels. There's a Byrne Guild. You'll have to read it. It's in the Into the Darkness novel. Oh, was it really Buccaneer? Oh, that's awesome, Darth City. Thank you for that. And Geezer, thank you for that donation. It did not go unnoticed. Congrats on 10K subs. I appreciate it, buddy. Man, can't live off rum alone. No, but I do. I try to be really positive here, and I'm open-minded to all walks of life, all cultures, everybody, because I've lived around all of them. I've been in the military. My father was in the military for 13 years of my life growing up. So I've been raised around everybody. I never understood racism, sexism, homophobia, any of that stuff. It's just been a baffle to me. So when somebody comes on here calling me a racist, it just, why? Because I'm white? All white people aren't racist. I'm not gonna lie, there probably are a few, but I don't hang out with any. I don't know any. Let's see. Mike Nelson, good to see you. Thank you. Boba's acting more like a politician than a mafia don. Partially, yes. But look at it this way: if a mafia don goes in and takes out a head of a family and usurps that family, you don't really see that too much. You might see him usurp the business, but you don't see him usurp the whole family. He's walking on eggshells at the same time while strutting down the street, flaunting what he's done. So he's trying not to just start killing people in the middle of everything because he doesn't know what he's really up against. He's new to the town even. I just hope Boba grabs more power as boss. Oh wait, I missed that 10-minute shot. I'm only a couple seconds over, so bottom zip. Man, that stuff's sweet. I love it. Either the big bad force that Boba, Mando, and the gang will have to team up to fight, or they're being played by the big bad. Overall, I feel like more gangs will be coming. I don't know if my guy Ward Lafferty's in here, but he sent me a message on Facebook the other day saying that some eagle-eyed fan found Darth Maul's scimitar leaving the ring world. I guess before or after Mando got there. So to me, that states that Kira is probably hanging out at that ring world. And why would she be there? other than she knows of a Mandalorian covert hanging out there. No, Boba isn't a softie. He even said it made him stronger. And I thought it was funny. Everybody's been calling him soft and all this stuff, and then one episode, Fennec's like, "You've become soft." He's like, "No, I've become stronger." Well, you want to know what I've been drinking? I've been drinking rum. That's what I drink, Bobby. You know this. Got to get going, man. Have a good day. May the force be with you. May the force be with you, Spider-Man. And remember, this is the way. The only way. The next episode is in 2 days, so it better be best fight ever. Hopefully the Wookiee is covered in the blood of his enemies. I am hoping 100% that Bosk turns up on the side of the Pikes. That would be an awesome showdown. Bosk versus Chrysanthemum. And don't just rip Bosk's arms off because he can grow them back. Go for the head. Take the head. Yeah, he took out the entire biker gang on his own, without any help from anybody. I'm not saying what this stuff is. You probably saw the label. Oops. This is the not as cheap stuff. Yes, I do rooftop Korean. I absolutely believe that. Jesus, it's not going to come off or what? Whew. It was almost crystallized on there. I don't drink a lot, guys. I'm not an alcoholic or anything. I use my alcohol for celebrations. A lot of this stuff I've had for years. It's been sitting in my cabinet. Oh, hey, Reinhardt68. Good to see you. Give me 1 second while I pour this, and I'll read your comment there out loud. Started watching your channel a few days ago. If you are a breath of fresh air, that gives me hope for this fandom. Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you. My whole reason for starting this channel was that I just wanted to talk about Star Wars, and I was tired of my rum's getting to me. I was tired of my family getting tired of listening to me talk about it, and they'll say they weren't tired of it. Edit's on here. He's my son. He'll say, "I'm not tired of hearing you talk about it," but he is. He's really tired of it. He's like, "Dad, that's all you talk about." So I started my channel to talk about Star Wars, and I was looking at other channels at that time. I had watched a bunch of other bigger ones. I'm not going to name any names because I'm not that kind of person. But I was watching a bunch of other channels, and I was like, man, these guys are negative. What's going on here? Why is everybody so negative? It's Star Wars. I mean, this is what I grew up with. From 77 on, I've been watching Star Wars, and I love it. I love every bit of it. I had no idea that there was angry people in it. I knew there was a little bit of backlash during the special editions, and I knew there was a lot of backlash during the prequels, but I didn't know it went as deep-seated as creating YouTube channels and stirring up hate. I didn't know that's where all the hate was coming from, and then I figured it out. That's where the hate's coming from. It's not coming from individuals, because these individuals are just parroting what these other people are saying. So I said, my channel's going to be different, even if I have to stay small, because I'm not going to parrot these negative channels. I'm not going to be a negative influence on people. I'm going to be a positive Star Wars influence, and those are the people I want to gather around at my table and break bread with. So yeah, that's what I love. Hey, Simon, good to see you. I am 100% fat tongue, rum. I'm in 100% agreement with you on that. And thank you, Andrew Fett. I really appreciate it. And Knut, I have not been ignoring you, buddy. Thank you for all you do here, man. Yeah, the negativity is just overwhelming sometimes. And I mean, a lot of Facebook groups are full of it, and you see it all over Twitter and the cancel culture and all that. And people are trying to cancel things that they don't know anything about. It's crazy to me. Negative stuff caused me to watch very little Star Wars channels. That's why I was so glad to find yours. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. And like I said before, even if people don't agree with my views or what I like, or if I don't agree with what they like and everything, as long as you're respectful, it's cool. We don't have to like all the same things. A lot of my longtime viewers, we don't agree on everything, but we're respectful, and we agree that this is a good channel that we all come together. And I mean, most of the time I create videos just so I can start a live stream and chat with people. I mean, ask some of my guys. Some of my videos are just downright dumb. Yeah, I was raised on the original trilogy myself, Omar. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing the Kathleen Kennedy rumors too, and most of those stem from two sites. I don't want to say their names, but man, y'all about to see something unprecedented here. I'm taking my hat off. I'm burning up. I'm an old man and I'm bald. See, you're welcome. My hat had to come off. I'm getting hot, and I got a big old onion head. Looks like an egg. I look like Megamind. Look at that. The spider. Yeah, before that, all we had was Vader. Vader was the only villain we had for a whole generation. We could imagine Boba Fett as a... Oh, Patrick, thank you for joining the members, man. Yeah, anybody, if you want to join as a member, I have started doing some membership stuff and also some Patreon stuff. It's usually the same thing bleeding over into it, so I really don't expect people to join both of them. I know some people have. Yeah, I look like Megamind, only white, like really white, like glowing white. Like if I turn this light off, I might not be... There we go. Oh yeah, that's a much more chill vibe there, huh? Can y'all still see me okay? Because I feel like my head was glowing. In fact, I'm going to grab my ball cap because I look pretty stupid. Alright, there we go. That's a little better. I can turn my light back on. Yep. Boba's bald. So bald is cool. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I just bumped my table. All right, got a minute left before the next shot. And how much time we got? All right, so that's probably the last 20-minute shot. And I do see a couple. Let me see. We go back. Yeah, we got a $5 one there. And lots of donations today, guys. I really appreciate that. You don't know how much I appreciate that. Rogue Disney, Book of Boba should not have needed Den to elevate the show. I can't agree with that 100%. You're right that Din Djarin shouldn't have needed to elevate the show, but I think people saw that at surface level. They didn't really see the deep level of what was actually going on. The whole show was about Boba Fett. Just nobody realized it. Nobody wants to realize it. And what they got to ask themselves is, why did they make a whole episode about Boba Fett? Or about Din Djarin in the Book of Boba Fett. Why would they do that? Because it's boosting Boba Fett's story. Look at the deeper meaning in it. Yeah, Star Wars Meg is awesome. I love her channel. Even if she doesn't know I exist, I still love her channel. I love her content. Uh-oh. Here we go. Bottoms up. Salute. Alrighty then. Yummy. Hey man, love your analysis of the Boba dream sequence, and your theory of him getting the Darksaber completely got me out of the blue. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. It's a curse, really, because when I watch something, even a normal movie, a regular movie, I'm constantly analyzing stuff and looking at backgrounds and listening to words and seeing what's on the walls around them. And like in my next video, I talk about this. The movie The Sixth Sense by M. Night Shyamalan with Bruce Willis in it. Great movie. Love that movie. I figured out he was dead within the first scene of him not being dead. I figured it out, and it kind of upset me because it ruined me. Darth Revan, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, bro, your Boba theory blew my mind. So glad to find a positive Star Wars channel. Been following Theory for years, but I don't relate with him anymore. I don't really want to say anything about Star Wars Theory. I don't know enough about the guy personally, really. I've seen a couple of his videos lately, and I mean, once in a while I go check in on him. If he's got a good theory video, I'll watch it or watch part of it or something. But I really don't talk bad about other YouTubers. You guys can all you want. That's not going to affect me. It's not going to bother me. Inside, I might agree with you on some things. But externally, I'm not. I don't feel like getting roasted by a guy that's got 3 million subscribers. That's what it boils down to. And, I mean, there's plenty to roast me on. And I'm not perfect. Yeah, I'm getting slightly pickled, but it's nothing like the last stream. In fact, I might give y'all... Well, I've already had 2 more donations, so... I'm out of the good stuff. I've got some of the slightly cheap stuff, and I've got the clear. I haven't done the clear yet, so I'll go ahead and prepare a shot of that one. That was the lid. That wasn't my booty. Here, don't listen. Fanatic, could the title Return of the Mandalorian refer to Boba Fett and his fate just as Return of the Jedi referred to Anakin's return, not Luke? Yes, it is. That is my wholehearted theory that I believe. Bobby, don't get me into that, man. You can get me in trouble, buddy. Because I know the first time I say something bad about somebody, my wife, who is a yoga teacher. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Give me just a moment and I'll read that. My wife, who is a yoga teacher, she will, as soon as she hears me say something negative about somebody, she'll go, now, you started your yoga channel to be positive. What did you do? And I feel like I'm back getting scalded by like an uncle that really cares about me, you know? Not that I think of her as an uncle. That's weird. Never mind. Scratch that whole thing. Let's go to Mike's comment. Den was there to show his problems with the Darksaber. So when in the big battle that's coming, Boba ends up with it and has no issues using it. Den will realize it belongs in Boba's hands. Absolutely. That's the way I feel about it. And I think somebody mentioned Cad Bane showing up earlier, and I think that's probably going to be a thing. I think Cad Bane might be the only one that be able to disarm Den. Well, I don't know. A Mudhorn disarmed him. He almost got killed by Nikto if IG-11 didn't show up. Trandoshans didn't get that much of a leg up on him, so there's that. But yeah, I think maybe Cad Bane would be a slightly good option for that. This is the way. Greetings from Germany. Bernie, love and peace. And all of my German just slipped right out of my head. Hallo. Guten Abend. Guten Abend. Color Vespa Gang was a bit too much, but besides that, it's amazing. Yeah, I did a video on that, Simon. Thank you for bringing that up. I did a video on that about how the Vespa Gang colors reminded me of lightsaber colors. And that may be the... Oh, that might be where the racist comment comes from, because I said the guy driving the red scooter might turn to the dark side if he were a Jedi. And the guy driving the red happened to be of African descent. It was not meant because he was a black guy that he turned to the dark side at all. It was just because he's driving a red scooter. The red scooter was what I was focusing on, not the color of the guy's skin. So if the guy's still in here watching this that called me a racist, get over yourself. That was a stupid comment. Anyways, yeah, so the colors of the scooters might have been the, in my head canon at least, colors of lightsabers. Yeah, see, Tim McBride, they were so non-relevant that it really didn't matter. They were in a chase for 1 minute and 37 seconds. That's all they were in the show. And everybody blew it out of proportion, said, it ruined the whole series for me. Harumph, harumph, harumph. Hey, I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Harumph, harumph. Yeah, that kind of thing. I'm going back to my Mel Brooks days. A lot of you probably don't remember that guy. But yeah. It's crazy. The colors of a scooter really upset people for 1 minute and 37 seconds of a scene. Where do I think the next scene is, or episode is going to pick up? This is my thought. We're going to see more people that we recognize. And we're not going to see how they got there, but they're going to be there. this could spark more spin-offs. It could also just be what it is. I think at the end of the episode, Din Djarin will show up because he'd spent his time with Grogu and then came into the scene. Yeah, they were going 2 kilometers per hour. That was funny. I did make fun of that a little bit. My wife and I were watching it, and I was like, they're going so slow. Look at this. The Major Domo could have got out and ran away from them faster than they were chasing him. See, there are parts of Star Wars that I think are just goofy. And there's a lot of parts of Star Wars I think are goofy. And goofy. Because that's just the way it goes. Everything's got goofy moments in it. Everything's got stuff that you just want to slap the crap out of. Have I seen your theory of Cad Bane defeating Din? And yes, I mentioned that a little while ago. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm losing my memory. Bobby, are you going to call me when this is over? Talking about how I got you too wasted. So let's go with a German toast this time for our Freunde auf Deutschland. Prost. Oh, wow. For a clear rum, that one wasn't bad at all. I should have been drinking that the whole time. Should have saved my good stuff. Wow. There are Mel Brooks references that are hard to spot. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know who Mel Brooks was. And, I mean, he was the only guy that could ever get away with doing some of the stuff he did. Skål. Yes, because I am of Norwegian descent as well. I know I'm not as Norwegian as you are, Knut. You are the Viking. Or you would be one going out on a Viking as a Norwegian. Do you think we'll see battle droids and flashbacks in Book of Boba Fett? No, not in Book of Boba Fett, but I think there will be more of them in The Mandalorian Season 3. I think they really have to delve deep into his character, his background, Din Djarin's, because they left us on a hanger. And one of our viewers here, Dawn Clatterman, she pointed out that robes that Din Djarin and his parents were wearing were not of normal robes. They were ornamental. They were like really decorative, and they were disciples of the Wills, most likely. So that's how Din Djarin probably has his force sensitivity, and I think that's going to come into play with something. He's going to be a little bit force sensitive, as well as Grogu. That's why they have such a connection that they do, but that doesn't mean he's going to be Mandalore. There can be, I mean, not every Jedi is on the council. Just saying. They are on the council, but they're not granted the rank of master. Too soon? What will Grogu do in the future? Grogu is going to wind up back in the care of Din Djarin. If they want to keep the continuity correct, as Luke Skywalker having Ben Solo as his first Padawan, they would have to give Grogu back. Grogu may help him establish something, or help him find something, or maybe Luke says, man, this dude's too hard to train. I can't even talk to him. He don't speak my language. And, I mean, Grogu, think about it, Grogu is actually Luke's senior. He knows more about the Force than Luke does. So I'll tell you all what. I get one more donation, I'll do another half shot before this is out. A half one. Boba's script has been decent in my opinion. A couple of comments that are out of place for Fett, but the dude's got to speak in passive situations. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to agree with everything that goes on. And I do think that his character growth, to me, is more important than the dialogue. Dialogue in Star Wars has always been shite. I'm sorry, that's the easiest way I can say it without actually saying the word. But, hey, Dawn Guard, good to see you. But yeah, Star Wars dialogue has always been crap. And there's a reason for it. It's because it's set up as a soap opera in space. George Lucas admitted that when he created Star Wars, it was a space opera, like a soap opera, but in space. So dialogue in a soap opera, if you've ever seen Days of Our Lives or the Guiding Children, or whatever the hell the name of the shows are, General Horse Pistol, I don't know. If you've ever seen any of those, the dialogue's bad. It's really bad. It's like anime dialogue almost that's been dubbed into English. Do I think Grogu will grow up to become the first Mandalorian Jedi since Tar Vizsla? Well, I don't know how much time you have to watch Grogu grow up, but I don't have another 100 years under my belt. In fact, this channel is probably going to be passed on to my kids at some point before Grogu's an adult. But I don't know. Maybe. He could be. They do need another Jedi. And also, I'd love to see the Tuscan woman become a Jedi. She had the skills. And there, in Legends, there was one Tuscan Jedi. So. Alright, I'll get the next half shot ready. Because this will be my sign off to all. Once we're ready. We got about 4 minutes left in this live stream. I have to go spend time with my wife, who just got home from work not too long ago. Mando with a plan. Advice from Mando with a plan. Never trust a Vizsla. Yeah, absolutely. But Tar Vizsla probably was different. He was a Jedi. He did hang up the Jedi mantle at some point. But he did the responsible thing and handed over the Darksaber to the Jedi Council for them to put in the archives. He didn't want it getting into the hands of people. And then what happens? Clan Vizsla breaks in, steals the Darksaber. Causes all kinds of turmoil. Yes, next episode Boba is going to be amazing. Fred4519, thank you for joining me. You try and write dialogue for an hour episode, 5 days a week, and see how polished you can come up with. Yeah, I'm not going to I don't make fun of Star Wars dialogue. I mean, a lot of people do. Somehow Palpatine returned. Sorry, that's part of Star Wars dialogue. It's horrible. It runs right along with sand. I hate sand. It's coarse, and it gets everywhere. Thank you, Knut. I appreciate that, buddy. Drunk fanatic. Hey, you remember last time? I'm not as bad as I was then. Back then, I was talking about falling on the floor somewhere over there. Oh, man. But I do appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are awesome. Salute, Knut. Skull. Sorry, wrong language. Been watching too much Ozark lately. Could Boba use his gaffy stick to disarm whoever defeats Din for the Darksaber? Yes, I hope to see him use that gaffy stick again, and I hope to see him replace it with the Darksaber. I love the gaffy stick. I don't want it to go away. I want him to keep it right there on his back where it's readily accessible. And I want him to use that Darksaber. And Knut, if you will notice, I am able to read this time. Oh my God. Yeah, DR. Yeah, guys, you weren't here for the 5,000 subscriber mark. Geezer was just pumping out money. My own son was pumping out money to see me get drunk. It was horrible. That's why I say I couldn't remember going up that way to do drywall work. It was horrible. But I did it, and somehow it looked amazing. Probably some of the best work I've done on drywall. You think Yoda's way of speaking is just him or something that's normal for his species? I'm not sure, Simon. I would have to say it might just be Yoda. Maybe he's got like Tourette's or something, or he's just got a speech impediment, or English isn't his first language. Obviously, it's not his first language. We look at Grogu, and he says things like, huh? And that's his language. Excuse me. Yeah, Dawn Guard, I am planning on seeing Boba Fett ride his litter, a.k.a. a Rancor, to the mayor's office and ripping that Ithorian head piece of shit's head off. Canis Rufus Lupus, thank you for that. Wow, I'm surprised I could even say your name, honestly. But there are 5 levels of drinking, 6 if you live in a trailer park. I have lived in a trailer park, so I know how to drink. In fact, Leo, good to see you, buddy. Dude, you did say I would succeed when the show releases. Thank you. I really appreciate you, buddy. You are awesome. Let's see. Let's go back. Where was it? Yes, Rancor scenes definitely. There are 5 levels of drinking. Okay. Yeah. A bunch of buddies of mine used to sit in my. When I first got out of the Navy, the only place I could find to live at the time was in a trailer park. It was for a short time, but it was long enough to understand the culture. And a bunch of buddies came over, and we'd all drink and everything. And it was just a fun time. I mean, I wouldn't trade that time for anything in the world. It was neat. Robert, I probably won't do a video reaction that day because, one, not because I don't want to, but because I'm kind of technologically inept. Is that a word? Is that the right word? I'm not real good with technology. So I don't know how to play the show, play me. You guys are lucky I'm able to do a live stream. It took me a while. Ask Canute, DR, Blazecap, any of these guys, Mando with a Plan. They know all the technical difficulties I've had trying to set up this live stream. It's been bad. It's been really bad. Let's see what we got here. Star Wars Fanatic, is it possible that Jango taught Boba the ways of Mandalore? Yes, it is absolutely possible, and it is probable. In fact, Jango was the Mandalore, and I want to say 100% that he taught Boba the ways of the Super Commando Codex and the ways of the true Mandalorian. And Boba just rejected it after his father died, as a way of getting back at his dad for taking on such an assignment that would kill him right in front of him. Oh crap, we are overdue. Thank you for reminding me, DR, you party pooper. And Gothic Hangman, good to see you, buddy. And yes, you and I do think a lot alike. I appreciate all the comments you put out there, man. Amazing stuff. Even the stuff I don't really gel with 100%, it's still good stuff. You guys are great. Or you're great. Sorry. I've had one more shot than I wanted to have. DR, you have been around a long time. I don't care if we go over a little bit. Who cares? I would like to see my wife at some point. So give us another, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, and we'll wrap it up. Just found you. Love the show. Do you think the waters of Mandalore affect the color of Beskar? Ooh, my theory is it turns the metal gold, which might explain why a reformed Rook caste would be so devout. Jamil, thank you. That's probably one of the best theories I've heard in a long time. I would say that is absolutely possible. It depends on what the composition of the water is, really. If it has some kind of, let's say, acidic form to it, it could alter the color of Beskar. Absolutely. I know that because I used to take galvanized steel and put it in vinegar just to make it rust. I was a destructive person. And thank you for joining the channel. I really appreciate it. Everybody, if you're new to this channel, I really appreciate you guys. This last few days has been amazing. I went from 5,200 subscribers to, hang on, I will check it real quick. Let's see what we got now. To 10,414 subscribers. That's more than double what I was at 4 days ago. Yes, Cassis Fett did wear gold armor, as well as Mandalore the Ultimate. So, yeah. Alright, how much time we got? Okay, we got about 3 minutes. Great drunk stream with you. Yeah, Patrick, thank you. I hope some of you have been doing shots with me at least one or two of you. Bobby, I know you've been drinking, buddy. Who's my favorite Mandalorian? I mean, if we're going with strict Mandalorian, Jango. If we're going with quasi-Mandalorian, we're going to go with Boba. Other than that, it would be Fenrau. Or Jester Muriel. honestly. And if you guys haven't checked out my fan fictions, I've done a lot of them. I've done a lot of Jango Fett fan fictions, redoing the open season stuff. A lot of people have really liked those. I've done some with Jodo Cast, Boba Fett meeting Mace Windu, Boba Fett meeting Luke Skywalker. Everything's just done a lot of. If you're into fan fictions, if you're not, don't worry about it. It's cool. Blaze Cap, what'd you say? You deserve it, man. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. 20K, yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I mean, I'm not going to name any names, but I want to dethrone the top because I want to be the positive influence in Star Wars. Not because I'm any kind of shill. I'm not at all. I'm not a shill. I don't get paid by Disney to say positive things about Star Wars. I don't get paid from Lucasfilm, Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, anything. I just think they're amazing people. If you've ever been to Disney World, you'd understand why I think Disney's amazing. Or if you're in the West Coast and you think Disneyland's the shit, then you see why I think Disney's amazing. Rancor like a bantha. That's right, got the king, man. Still waiting for Jodo Cast. Yeah, I need to finish that one. I tried to finish it one day, and then I just ran into a wall, and I was like, no, I don't want to finish it like that because it's stupid. I really want to pump it up there. Hey, Veer, good to see you. I'm sorry you're joining in late. I'm getting ready to call it quits. My own gotcha. That's right. But no, when I drink, I get loving. I don't get mean and angry. One person called me racist. That kind of made me upset. But, one person out of, wow, we have 123 people in here. That's cool. One person out of 123, that's pretty good. One negative person. What are you going to do about them? Great live stream. Can't wait to hear your thoughts after Wednesday. Boba Fett forever. I wish there was some kind of salute for Boba Fett. Something fist pump, double fist pump for Boba Fett. Yeah, that's it. Double fist pump. Fist bump. Sorry. Double fist pump would be that. And I look like I'm using a shake weight. And I don't do that. Who's texting me? Nobody. Bobby, really? You're calling me now? Hang on a second. I'm still alive, right? Yeah, buddy, I'm still alive. All right, I'm getting ready to close it down, though. I'll call you right back. All right, buddy. Bye. That was Bobby Mariani trying to call me during a live stream. Bobby. Come on, buddy. Thank you, Sneed Mando. I really appreciate it. I am not a racist. I've got friends of all walks of life. At one point, I was a tattoo artist, and I know people from everywhere. And before I end this, I do want to say that today is a great day to celebrate. Our Cincinnati Bengals, which is the area I live in, is going to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1989. That is amazing. I saw that game. I saw their game in 1981, and I'm pumped. I'm ready for my team to at least go for it. Come on, guys. You're the AFC champs. You can do it. I know a lot of people are down on Boba Fett, but I think it's a really great show. It's a little slow, but it is slow, but it's more for the intuitive mind. It's not more for the people that are looking for John Wick or the Fasterister and the Furiouster 13. So everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I do have to sign off. My wife is here. She's ready for me to go eat dinner with her if I'm able to do such a thing. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you. My love for all of you. This is Gerald from Star Wars Fanatic signing off, wishing you all great health and happiness, truly. And let me tell you this. If you've got a message from me in the comments that said, thank you so much, I really appreciate it, that is not an autofill. That's me actually texting that out because I really do appreciate you all, every one of you.